Welcome to Urban Debate 360 on Magic Bricks Now. I'm Fee D'Souza. We have a power-packed lineup of news that directly affects you on civic issues lined up on the show today. Let's take a look at the headlines. A setback for the Aam Aadmi Party in Delhi. The High Court has ruled that the Lieutenant Governor is the administrative head of the national capital. The AAP Supremo says he will challenge this ruling in the Supreme Court. The no helmet, no petrol rule could be deferred. The Maharashtra government was supposed to roll out this rule by Friday, the 5th of August. The BJP calls it a move to ensure safety of motorists. The Congress surprisingly condemns the rule. And a massive crackdown on property tax evaders is underway in Mumbai's civic body, the BMC, as it takes drastic steps to recover over 4,500 crore rupees of dues. Magic Bricks Now brings you exclusive details. First up, our continued focus on Mumbai's no helmet, no petrol rule. The rule will now be implemented from the 6th of August. The Maharashtra government has laid out clear-cut rules on the implementation of the rule, which asks petrol pumps not to issue petrol to motorists who are not wearing helmets. The Maharashtra government says this move is to ensure safety on the roads. Amita Balachandra has details.
Well, absolutely. In an offline meeting with the Transport Ministry today, it has been decided that no helmet, no petrol rule will be postponed till the 6th of August. 6th of August is when it's going to be implemented across the state of Maharashtra. What we're also picking up at this point is that 2 policemen will be stationed in every petrol pump in the city of Mumbai. There are about 223 petrol pumps. And it's going to be the responsibility of these policemen to ensure law and order and make sure that commuters abide by this rule, and petrol pump unions will not be held responsible is something that we are picking up, something that Transport Minister Divakar Raute is going to announce in the assembly on Friday. What we're also picking up is that this policeman will be stationed between 8 a.m. and 8 p.m. On all days at all of these petrol pumps in the city of Mumbai. Another crucial factor is that there was talk of increase of fine, and that has indeed been done from 100 rupees. Now the fine has been increased to 500 rupees, and the notification will be sent to all the petrol pumps tomorrow is what we understand post this announcement. Lastly, what we're also picking up is that the police is now urging petrol pump unions to sort of have about 10 to 12 helmets on sale, so that even if commuters are not abiding by this rule, they can sort of buy the helmet and instead of paying a fine of 500 rupees. The traffic police also tells us that the pillion rider, apart from the rider, will also have to wear a helmet, and the same fine is applicable for the pillion rider as well.
Brilliant news, if you ask me. The fact that pillion riders will also have to compulsorily wear helmets in the city of Mumbai, that has not been a rule up till now. Also, the government very helpfully saying that there should be helmets sold at petrol stations. So if the person is going to pay a 500 rupee fine, that 500 rupees would be better utilized if he actually bought a helmet with that money, as opposed to just paying it to the government in a fine. That seems, of course, like a perfectly logical rule, but like always, politics comes into play. The BJP and the Congress face off over the rule on road safety. Listen in.
Let me tell you, there is no opposition as such for all over the state. It is opposition only from the Pune. So Mumbai is implementing, Aurangabad is implementing, according to me more than 70% Nagpur is implementing. So major people, they have realized the helmet is necessary. The opposition is, because of Pune people, they don't want helmet and they don't want to wear helmet because they say that we have got very small roads. This is not my will, or this is not what I want to do. It is directed and guided by the Supreme Court that helmet is must. The Kerala, the Madhya Pradesh, Andhra, they have already implemented no helmet, no petrol. Actually, there were 11 petitions in the Madhya Pradesh High Court, and all were rejected, and Madhya Pradesh High Court has compelled all the two-wheelers that they will not get any petrol, diesel without helmet. Meaning Gadkari has coming out with the very severe punishment on this issue. Not only the penalty, but cancellation of license.
But sir, when you made the statement in the House, the opposition, of course, then later on asked the government to revisit and revise its own decision.
This is first time I have experienced that opposition has welcomed my statement. No petrol, no diesel. There was some reservations because they thought that there will be a lot of problems on the petrol pump, there will be a lot of jagras, there will be a lot of resistance on petrol pump. So they were not against the implementing of the fine, but they were against the implementing of no helmet, no petrol.
That's what I'm saying, that against no helmet, no petrol. So are you going to implement it or not implement it?
Tomorrow I am going to make a statement on this issue.
So, but sir, is the Maharashtra government going to implement it?
Today I cannot tell you because I have to make this statement in the House first.
But sir, if the government is not going to go back on this decision,
I will not go back for your kind information. I am coming with such a formula that you will surprise.
The basic issue is there has been a set law about using of helmets. Now we have law enforcement agencies which have to ensure the effective implementation of that act. Now instead of ensuring enforcement of the act, now you come up with a new idea about which the government recently announced: no petrol, no helmet, no petrol. I think this is a ridiculous idea thinking which the government is doing. So why in the first place we have enacted a law wherein helmets have been made compulsory? So that is what the objection is.
Well, after the big face-off between Mumbai's local taxis, also known as the Kali Pili taxis, and online aggregators like Ola and Uber, today the taxi union representing local taxi drivers met with Maharashtra Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis. Now, the Chief Minister has assured the Kali Pili drivers that they themselves will get an app of their own that will function just like the Ola or the Uber app. In fact, the cost of that app will be completely funded by the Maharashtra government. Now, I want to remind our viewers that last week, the Kali Pili taxis threatened to go on strike because they believe that there isn't a level playing field between themselves and the taxi aggregators Ola and Uber. There are a couple of things that were in contention. First of all, a certain number of specific taxi licenses released by the government every year for the city of Mumbai. The Ola and Uber apps are releasing an unlimited number of cars onto the road. There is no cap on the number of licenses and permits available for those taxis. Secondly, there are specifics and caps on the amount that can be charged by a Kali Pili. The fact that most of them function on CNG, that the fact that the driver has to have a badge and a license and has to wear a uniform. None of these rules technically apply to Ola or Uber. They believe that the Ola, Uber apps are undercutting their businesses and will run them out of house and home. Now, they took this to the state government and threatened the state government that if you don't bring out specific rules for the aggregators, that they will go on strike starting the 8th of August. The final decision, from what we understand, on the stringent rules for the online aggregators will be taken on the 8th of August. But in the meantime, the Chief Minister has assured the Kali Pili taxis that they will get an app of their own. There's a crackdown, of course, in the offing on property tax evaders in Mumbai. According to the BMC, there is an overdue 4,500 crore rupees in property tax that the BMC is now looking at collecting. What are they going to do to make sure that they can collect? Well, drastic steps like cutting water supply to recover those tax dues. Disha Shah has exclusive details on what the BMC has in mind.
BMC is getting stuffed with property tax evaders. In fact, the civic body is willing to take that strict action by cutting water connection of the property owner to ensure that people pay up. In fact, the BMC is currently working on a circular to reform the property tax policy, and that Magic Bricks now has the exclusive copy of that circular. In fact, top officials in the BMC told Magic Bricks now that this circular will be presented by Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis in an ongoing assembly session. In fact, how this will work if the proposal gets passed or implemented is first, BMC will send a 10-day notice to the defaulter to pay up the property tax. after 10 days, if the owner doesn't end up paying the property tax, then a 2% penalty will be imposed on the owner, and again a 21-day deadline will be given to the owner to pay up the property tax. But again, after 21-day notice, again if the owner doesn't end up paying the property tax, then water connection will be cut by the BMC. Again, after that 21-day notice period will be given to the owner to pay up the property tax. But again, if the owner doesn't pay up the property tax, then an attachment notice will be given by the BMC, where BMC will seize all the movable properties except the Sridan and essential commodities. Again, a 21-day period will be given by the BMC to the owner to pay up the property tax. But again, if they fail to do so, then BMC will restrain and restrict them from entering the premises, and then but this will happen only after taking approval from the concerned authority in the BMC, depending on the capital value and the outstanding value of the property. And lastly, if even after all the notices, if the owner doesn't end up paying the whole amount of property tax, then BMC will physically vacate all that property, and will auction that property. In fact, the current property tax formula, BMC said, was not quite working and was quite not effective. So this basically reform policy will help them to recover the dues, which they claim is more than 4,500 crore rupees. This is Vishasha for Magic Picks Now.
Well, moving on to Delhi. Delhi will soon get 3D speed breakers. Punekars will breathe a sigh of relief as the heavy rains have put stop to water cuttings in the city. Let's take a look at what's making news.
Let's start with national capital, New Delhi. Delhiites, did you know that the speed breaker that you see ahead of you is not real? That's the latest initiative the NDMC has come up with. Focusing on road safety, the NDMC, along with Delhi Street Art, has begun painting virtual 3-dimensional speed breakers on roads. With this, the Municipal Council hopes motorists will slow down, thinking these speed breakers are real from a distance. Citizens of Pune, meanwhile, thanked the rain gods this monsoon. Heavy rainfall has prompted PMC to put a full stop to water cuts in your city from this Thursday. After 10 long months of water cuts, Pune Municipal Corporation has passed a resolution for withdrawal of water cuts in the city. The civic body has written to the district administration to regularize water supply in the city. Now, this comes after a huge stock of water was released from Kadakwasla Dam. Right. The story of bad roads and pothole nightmares is not restricted to just one city. Down south, Hyderabad's pothole menace has caught the attention of Chief Minister K. Chandrasekhar Rao. Upset with the appalling state of affairs in his state, the CM has directed to call for tenders to resurface 100 kilometers of roads in Greater Hyderabad. Also in the works are 2 underpasses and 18 flyovers to tackle traffic woes. While several states are grappling with civic issues, their respective governments are busy thinking up new names. After Bengaluru and Gurugram, the latest to join the bandwagon is West Bengal. The state cabinet has passed a resolution to rename West Bengal as either Banga or Bangla in Bengali and Bengal in English. Now, this decision is likely to be taken on the 26th of August 2016.
Staying with the city of Pune, Pune is going to have to wait 1 more year for the implementation of the Pune Metro. The required approvals from the central government are only at the first stage and they're not yet complete. Ruchi Deshpande has details.
It looks like the citizens of Pune will have to wait further for Pune Metro to be implemented. Now note that Chief Minister of Maharashtra Devendra Fadnavis had promised during the time that it was announced that Pune Metro's plan had been approved, that the implementation for the same would take place this year, that is in 2016 itself. But we found out from the Pune Municipal Corporation that the draft for the Pune Metro has been sent to 27 departments of the Government of India's Urban Development Ministry, and they will now invite queries and suggestions to the Pune Municipal Corporation if they find any. Now, out of these two, the Pune Municipal Corporation has already received a query for which from the Archaeological Survey of India. So they need to get an approval for them. And secondly, they also need a no objection certificate from the Central Railway Authority. Both of these things, they said, are in the process. One thing that is moving in this regard is a financial data document that has to be submitted by the PMC to the Government of India, which will take place tomorrow, but that still leaves us with the rest of the departments if they have queries. Note that this process is just for the financial sanction needed for the Pune Metro, after which the Government of India will give the sanction for the implementation process. And these sources also told us that after the financial sanction has been obtained, it takes at least 8 to 9 months for the next sanction to be obtained. So we are easily looking at the implementation of Pune Metro next year, that is in 2017.
Moving on to Delhi, the Lieutenant Governor is the administrative head of the National Capital Territory. The Delhi High Court has ruled on Thursday dismissing a petition filed by the Aam Aadmi Party government challenging the powers of the Lieutenant Governor. Our reporter Deepa Rana has details on that verdict and its implications.
In a huge setback to the Aam Aadmi Party government today, it is the Delhi High Court that maintained that LG, or the Lieutenant Governor, is the administrative head in the national capital when it comes to land, law and order as well as police. The Aam Aadmi Party government had made a contention earlier that the LG must adhere to the Council of Ministers and must work on advice of the Council of Ministers, wherein the Delhi High Court maintained that this contention is without substance and cannot be accepted. Also, this raises questions over who is the final authority when it comes to taking administrative decisions in the national capital, and today the Delhi High Court has made it clear that it is the Lieutenant Governor. In fact, the Aam Aadmi Party government is now moving to the Supreme Court against this order. That is the stand which the Delhi government and the Aam Aadmi Party has maintained. When it comes to the LG, he has maintained that the LG does report to the centre, but it should not be considered that the Lieutenant Governor is against the Delhi government. This order comes in the light of the several disputes which the Aam Aadmi Party government as well as LG has had over past 1 year. In fact, the Chief Justice G. Rohini as well as Justice Jayant Nath in their 194 judgment maintained today that when it comes to administrative powers, the final authority lies with the Lieutenant Governor.
Like mentioned by the Lieutenant Governor, and these are the words he used in the interview that he gave our parent channel Times Now. He said, the Aam Aadmi Party's behaviour is childish, its interpretation of the law is laughable, and he said the party and the Chief Minister altogether are paranoid. Do you agree?
I think, of course, I may choose different language and different words, but I think he is right, because unfortunately Aam Aadmi Party, either by lack of understanding or by design, has been telling people of Delhi that they are not allowed to work. The same Delhi under the same rules was governed by Sheila Dikshit for 15 years, and there was absolutely no issue.
While making the promises, they very well knew that they are contesting an election of a union territory. When Kejriwal from Jantar Mantar said that he is leaving Anna and forming a political party to change the system, he very well knew that he is entering into a politics of a state which is a union territory, and union territory has some limitations.
And today the court has clarified the position which was clarified by the Supreme Court 9-judge bench in 1997 when the Supreme Court held that Delhi is a union territory and centre has the final control over Delhi. Did Arvind Kejriwal not know this when he contested elections?
Okay, here I have details of the money that's been transferred by the state government to the MCD. There is 374 crore rupees in July 2016, 551 crore rupees in February 2016 to pay the salaries of the staff. R.K. Mishra, I'm going to just come back to the same thing. All I want to know is who is responsible for Delhi. Now, whether or not Arvind Kejriwal has done his job or not, my point is, if Delhi is in the state that it is right now, can the Lieutenant Governor, given our fresh understanding of his powers in Delhi, can't he come forward, work with the MCDs and fix the problem?
He has been spending crores on the advertisement. Why are you trying to shield Arvind Kejriwal?
आपको लगता है कि सारी जो जितने सर्विसेज आपको मिल रहे हैं आपको मिल
I'll give you my example. It's about 2 to 3 months ago, where I submitted my grievance on MCD portal that the roads in our colony, that the parks, the children park in our colony is not at all maintained. It's so unhygienic. So I submitted this grievance that please look into this matter and clean the things so that it is harmful in terms of spreading the diseases like dengue, malaria and all things.
बताइए कौन सी कॉलोनी है, कल करके देंगे, बताइए कौन सी कॉलोनी है?
Ashok, I'm telling you, if you want,
बताइए ना,
just hold on.
Tell him,
don't quote stray incidents. Don't
just hold on for a while. You have to. No.
Ashish, let her speak. She's telling you what colony.
I can show you. I can show you the grievance.
This is a false argument.
You can just. I have a complaint number with me.
Tanu Malik, just tell him where the colony is. Colony का नाम बता दीजिए आप उनको.
It's Ashok Vihar. I am telling you, it's Ashok Vihar. It's Ashok. I am not. See, being a citizen, I don't concern about BJP, Aam Aadmi Party or Congress. I'm telling you.
अगर कहीं कोई कमी है ठीक करेंगे ना. इसका मतलब आप अरविंद केजरीवाल को छोड़ देंगे, ऐसा कैसे चलेगा?
No, I'm taking your words.
अरे कोई किसी को नहीं छोड़ रहा है, मिस्टर सूद, कोई किसी को नहीं छोड़ रहा है. आप बस बताइए कि आप ये पार्क से ठीक करवा देंगे. कहाँ है? अशोक नगर, अशोक विहार, अशोक विहार.
ऐसा थोड़ी है. आप बताइए पार्क का एड्रेस दीजिए मेरे नंबर पर. Your channel has my number. Send me the park's detail address. I'll address it in a week's time. I promise you.
I'm taking your words and let's see what happens tomorrow. I have the complaint number with me and let's see if we can clean those areas.
For stray incidents, you cannot. You must understand. If you are a responsible citizen, you must understand when water is locked on a main road, who does it belong to? It cannot happen. It cannot happen like this.
People chose Aam Aadmi Party because they thought that Aam Aadmi Party would think for the Aam Aadmi, right? So, as a result, it was a total opposite. They should not be Aam Aadmi Party, they should be Self Party. The name should change from Aam Aadmi Party to Self-Thinking Party, something like this, which should depict that they are thinking for themselves only.
Well, let's also take a look at what's making news right now across the nation. The Gujarat High Court has quashed and set aside the government's ordinance granting 10% quota to economically weaker sections in educational institutions and government jobs. The order comes as a setback for the state, which had passed the ordinance in view of the Patidar agitation for reservations. The division bench of Chief Justice R. Subhash Reddy, Justice V. M. Pancholi held that the ordinance is unconstitutional and illegal as per the guidelines of the Supreme Court. And YSR Congress Party MP staged a protest in front of the Gandhi statue in Parliament complex demanding special status for Andhra Pradesh. Several Andhra Pradesh-based parties, including the TDP, have been demanding that the centre fulfill its promise of granting special status to the new state. The Aam Aadmi Party released its first list of candidates for the upcoming assembly elections in Punjab. The party's MP Bhagwat Mann has released a list of 19 candidates, including familiar faces like senior Supreme Court lawyer H.S. Pulka. Mann said that the party will soon come out with another list, exuding confidence of a victory. And a case has been registered against BJP legislator T. Raja Singh under Section 153A for his remark on the Una incident. The case has been registered at the Malghat police station based on a complaint lodged by Ram Prasad for Mala promoting enmity among different groups on the grounds of religion, race, language and residence. Right, that brings us to the end of Urban Debate 360. Thank you so much for joining us. Of course, on this channel, we continue to focus on civic issues. So if you're facing a problem right now with your roads, with your water supply, with your electricity, or with housing in any way at all, we're here to help. Our contact details are on your screen. In a bit, we're just going to pop that on your screen along with my personal email ID. You can get in touch with us on any problems that you have. Stay with Magic Bricks now.
You can watch live TV on our website mbnow.in. Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/magicbricksnow. And don't forget to click the like button. You can also follow us on Twitter at Magic Bricks Now. To stay updated with all our programming, hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel by logging on to youtube.com/magicbricksnow.